driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
All right. Good afternoon. Figure I'd do a live. I'm not going to head to the church today. We're going to do it online. I've got my reasons for it. And those reasons are because I want to. So, yeah. I switched cameras back. This is a much superior camera. Just doesn't, maybe it'll work a little bit better this way. Today I'm going to be talking about, and this doesn't even really have to do with alcoholism. I think this just has to do with life and how people, we all want to be accepted one way or another. We're going to talk about that. The original title was going to be, I'm tired of being fucking treated differently. But I figure I'd try and put a more of a positive spin on it. Yeah. I figure I'd put more of a positive spin on it. Or this could have even been, everybody deserves to be wanted, needed, and loved. Or it could have been finding your home. The saying, home is where the heart is. I chew a lot of ice. All right, we're at 3-minute mark. Let's go ahead and get going. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. Yeah. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. When I think about this, my mind tends to go to I go back to my childhood. I think of things like Red Rover. They never asked to send Dion over. My thought too was, hey, if I'm good at something, maybe, I'll get picked at it. And soccer was one of my fortes, kickball. I was very, very good at kickball. I always had very strong legs. So I kicked the ball really far. I could also run really fast, but I was never picked first, right? Oh, good for you. Yeah. I talk with my sponsees about this a lot, and this goes with it. That's the neat thing about AA is everything fits. Doesn't matter what the topic is. That's why you go to a meeting and the topic's what you need it to be. It's always going to be what you need it to be. That's the great thing about AA. Your recovery is like a very big puzzle. It's like a 10,000 piece puzzle, maybe a million piece. It doesn't matter because every piece fits exactly where it needs to. And what this does is it builds a picture of your life. Okay. Now, if you see somebody, because here's the thing, you remember when you were little and you'd see your aunt or uncles or grandmother or whatever, and they're like, man, you are just growing. You look a lot different. And you're like, no, I don't. I look exactly the same. I don't know what you're talking about. Because we don't notice us growing. Okay, we don't notice these little things when we are around them, when we're around ourselves. We don't notice them. We are usually the last to find out or the last to figure it out. Right? So when we're out there and we hear somebody having a hard time, let's reach for a little bit of encouragement, man. Because as a person who is healed, you can see what's actually going on in their life. Okay? And if they're hurting, that probably means change. You know what? I know you're going through this right now, but I want you to know that 30 days ago, you wouldn't have handled it like this. So I know it doesn't feel like it, but you're making progress. I see it. Really? Oh, yeah, I do see that. If you see that somebody has changed or is doing something good, tell them. In fact, it is more important that you give an encouraging word than it is to tell your friend to get back in their own lane. Okay? I'll give an example, and I'm not looking for credit or anything like that. It's just the example that's on my mind. Okay? I've done several things for the club. Right? I'm not going to bring up what they are because it doesn't matter. But people don't say, oh, good job. That's so great. Instead, what I've gotten is, we didn't vote on that. It's not your business. You know, when what I thought was good, and that makes me feel bad, man. People try and bring me down. It does affect me. Sure, it does. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but yeah, words will still hurt too. You bet they will. Yeah, you ever get like a new something and everybody loves it, and then there's that one person that says one little thing wrong, and then that's what we focus on. Who does that? I do that. Because it is easier. In my brain, it is easier to think of the bad things because it has been trained for that. And then my perfectionist mind goes, oh, they're right. Your new hairdo has one little hair off. Right? And as a Virgo who loves perfection, I do. I do. I love it when everything's in order. My house is driving me fucking nuts right now because everything's all over the place. It'll be, so what? It is every. I just got done doing it, but we need to get some of this other crap out of here. We need to get it out of here. We have a couch, and I swear to God, they brought the couch down and then built the basement because it's sitting in our hallway, and we're gonna have to. My brother-in-law is coming over with a chainsaw, so we're gonna have some chainsaw fun later. Oh, in fact, the meeting might get very, very loud. Oh shit. Okay, now I'll figure it out. I will work it out. God will work it out. Meeting is online only tonight, so um, yeah, maybe there's some Earths or different stuff in alignment right now. I don't know, but yeah, both my wife and I feel that way too. I think it has to do with the seasons for me. When it comes to wintertime, I tend to hunker down like a bear. And now that it's nice out, I've been working in the yard. Man, I'm beat, man, because I've been doing a lot more physical activity. So, um, but when the house is in disorder, man, oh, I don't like it, you know. Um, the I, maybe I did start picking some easier topics too. Um, No, it's hard because I have to talk about myself, and that's not always easy. So I appreciate people being patient and things like that. I have a continuation from yesterday. The person that I kind of got into it with, he came back today, which I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did because I'm going to tell you something. If you feel like you're an AA member, it doesn't matter what I fucking think. You belong there. That's not my choice. Mm-mm. No, it does. I don't care how I feel about you. You belong at the meeting. And when he spoke, I listened, and he had some good things to say. He probably helped some people today. He was mostly saying how he doesn't owe an amends, and I actually agree with him. He doesn't owe anybody an amends. He had an opinion, so what? That's okay. But I don't get to play the fool. No, I have a lot of power in that meeting, and I'm going to utilize none of it. Why would I? I could boot him out. I don't like this person, so I'm going to boot him. No, not a chance. You're going to have to show a naked picture before I boot you. I mean, you really got to, because some of these Zoom meetings, people come in from doing their other stuff. I've seen Bilbo Baggins come in, and it was legitimate. They just didn't change their name, So, because it's a little confusing. Um, I've even heard some people, I think finding your home group, that's a good discussion to have. Let's talk about that. Finding a home group, it took me a while. It took me 5 years, actually longer than that, to find a group where I knew I belonged. Okay. If you ever want to catch me, I'm always at the 3 o'clock meeting. How it works me. Always. I hardly ever miss it. If I miss it, that something was going on because it's actually my number one priority besides my daily reflections. Okay. Why? Because I help out in that meeting. I'm a co-host. I know how to keep it safe. There's a rhythm and things like that. And when you do that stuff together, you get better at it. Right. Um, but I've been hearing a lot lately, and because I hear that people come to our 3 o'clock group and they stick around because we're pretty open about things. We let newcomers talk, and it's a newcomers meeting. So, um, and that's what I know. See, my home group is a newcomers meeting. That's my job, is to help out newcomers. Do you have any idea how sick I am of talking about steps 1, 2, and 3? Oh, I'm so tired of talking about steps 1, 2, and 3. I'd like to talk about 7 and 8 and 9. So I go to other meetings for that, right? I found my home group here, and that's awesome. Maybe one day you'll make it out to Colorado, and but my home group is online, you know, um, and usually a home group should meet every day, you know, like my Tuesday, Thursday. That's not really a home group because hitting a meeting every day is kind of important if you can. We should go to meetings like we used to drink. Now, maybe AA isn't, maybe that's not the route you want to go, right? There's always other alternatives. Bet, you know, I'm in a couple of Facebook groups that are counseling groups. And I do that because I like to see, because they'll go on there and they're like in search of, right? And always suggest 12-step groups. I'm going to give an example. They were looking for one, and they were looking for a group for addiction, right? And I brought up, well, what about 12-step groups and peer-to-peer? That seems to work best for addiction. And this counselor wrote back, We don't want anything with any religious connotations. What does that tell me? Okay. That tells me that I have a job to do. This is where the responsibility statement comes in. This person doesn't understand AA. They don't understand AA. You get what religious connotation? We're spiritual. Well, that's a religious. No, it's not. The fact you don't get it, and that's okay. You're not required to give it. But if you really, really want to help your clients, then you best fucking understand it. And I wrote, there's more than just AA. AA has atheist and agnostic groups. Yes, we do. There are atheist AA groups, you bet. There are non-secular AA groups, and they do the same thing we do. They just talk a little bit different. That's it. There's smart recovery for the people that don't want God. There's celebrate recovery for the people that love Jesus. See, it doesn't matter. There's a way, man. There's a way. Yeah. See, there you go. Yeah, me too. Me too. I would have thought actually not me too because I grew up in AA. So I kind of knew better all along. But I can see why people would think that. Absolutely, I would. So here's the thing is people are like, well, everybody knows what AA is. No, they don't. AA is more popular, but not everybody knows what AA or knows about AA. Okay. But when they do find out about AA, usually this is what I hear usually. It's not anything like I thought. Yeah. Why? Because as human beings, we have, doesn't matter who you are, we already have preconceived notions based on our past experience. And maybe you had a father or, like my mother-in-law, she just refuses to think that I'm sober. She will not accept it. I'm 8 years sober. She won't accept it because of her own experience. Now she takes that out on me, but it wasn't me. No. No. Right? So, and it's actually what I'm going to be doing after this. So I'm going to go to that group and I'm going to write, hey, and I'll be very, very nice about it because it's not on them. It is not on them in my mind. Now, if you really want to be a therapist and work with addiction and you don't know about the 12 steps and how to get around that, then yes, you do need me. Then you do need me. They do need you. They need all of us. We all need each other. It takes a tribe to get somebody sober. It takes a tribe. We don't do it alone. People keep popping on and leaving. Don't let me catch you here for too long. I might say something to you, make you feel like you have to stay. You don't need to. You don't need to hang out here. Yeah, huh? What a wonderful life it would be. Yep, it would. But then we wouldn't get what we want. Ah! I hear you. I hear you. You know, it's that golden rule, man. It's that golden rule. Okay? And it's going to be the same in this. If I want to feel accepted, I have to accept other people. Okay? Most of what we do, okay, is the St. Francis prayer. It is better to accept than be accepted. I don't know if that's one of the lines, but it fits, doesn't it? It's better to love than to have been loved. Okay? Because what goes around comes around. It does. It happens. Yeah, Michelle, I love breaking out into song. I think it's so much fun. And I can turn any conversation into a song. You guys probably don't. I'm thinking about getting into some acting and stuff, but just like, you know, shows at the center. Like we have an Arvada Center here and performing arts, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to maybe get into the thespian field a little bit. So Dion needs something different, and I would get back in a band again, but no, thank you. I don't want to search for people that are serious. So I'm gonna go where things are already happening instead of starting my own. I'm gonna join somebody else's and do what I can to make it better. I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna see if there's a play coming up and I'm gonna go try out for it. I don't have any acting skills. I've never actually that's not true. I ran live action role playing, which is actually acting very much it's very much acting. Yeah. You take on a different persona. But I thought that might be kind of fun. So a lot of these things that we do, we're going to kind of have to do first if we want to be a part of, right? Kind of like this morning when we were talking about tradition one. If you really want to feel a part of, then there's going to be some sacrifice. There's going to be a little bit of conformity. I know I hate that word too, but maybe I just look for a different word besides conformity. Let's do that real quick. Synonym for conformity. It might catch up. I don't get very good. Yeah, the thing is my internet is a foot and a half away.
Here are some synonyms for conformity: compliance with, adherence to, accordance with, observance of, observation of.
Observation. Okay. Compliance. No, we ain't gonna go for that one either. Adherence, mate. Adherence, which we use a lot in AA. So conformity, adherence. So we adhere to certain rules in AA, and these are a new set of moral constructs for us. Now, see how it always fits. That's something I want you to kind of keep an eye out for when you're out there talking. Notice when you go to a meeting, it doesn't matter. The topic is always what you need. Isn't that cool? Isn't it cool that you can go to a meeting and the topic can be the need for every single person in the room? I only know one thing that can do that, and that is a higher power. I can't do that. But what I can do is strive for it. I can be a part of it. Now I'm feeling accepted. How else do I feel accepted? I do esteemable things. That's it. I do esteemable things. See, my feeling of being accepted has to do with my self-esteem. Okay? There's a lot of times I don't feel accepted. I feel, in fact, I was talking to my pastor about that this morning. I am tired of being treated differently than everyone else in the world. I'm tired of it. And I do. I'm treated different. I can cite example after example. Okay. And she reminded me, Dion, it's because you've got a different plan than everybody else. What she told me is she prayed for me. And then I showed up. What she prayed for, she said, Dion, I prayed for an AA person that wasn't toxic, and you showed up in my life. And I love you. You know, how can I deny when I hear things like that? You know? But even when I don't feel accepted at meetings or things like that, I never feel that way with God. I never do. I always feel accepted. But you know what she said is true. I get treated different because I am different. So, and that makes sense. I also act differently than a lot of other people, and I'm going to tell you, I appreciate the compliment that people tell me, Dion, you're an open person. You can see inside yourself real well. But I want that for everyone. Yeah, how lonely that is as a male. I have plenty of female friends in my life, but males just, they don't. I've got a few, right? But they're my sponsees. And at the present moment, I'm a guide, not a friend. There's that love appropriately, right? We say we love each other when we get off the phone. I tell all my male friends I love them. Tell all my friends I love them. You bet. I'm glad I don't have a jealous wife because I'm always saying I love you. But she knows that I know how to do that, right? Yeah. And thank you, Michelle. See, and more people need to say that. More people need to say, yeah, me too, man. That's why I come here, so that other people see. I don't have anything to defend, so I can come on here and talk about these things. I mean, what are you gonna do? Talk shit about me? Doesn't really, when people talk crap, it doesn't really do anything but make me feel sad for you. I mean, um, you know, I do everything that I can to be the bigger person, but I am not always. So, all right. Well, an hour till the meeting. So I think I'm gonna get some other things done around here. And hopefully we'll see some of you in an hour. If not, we will see you again tomorrow for the Zossen Daily Trudge. It'll be on Sherman tomorrow. Uh, there'll probably be more singing. When I'm not on here, that's pretty much what I'm usually doing is singing. So, all right. Michelle, all right, I'll see you in an hour. I wasn't trying to hint at anything. I really wasn't. I was just trying to wrap it up. That's the hard part. I mean, when you're on here, you're on the spot, man. So I love you all. Thanks for being here. Peace out. Put it where you can see it. Peace out.